Hi, Rosie. This is MicheleMarieDalene, and I want to talk to you today. And you can certainly share this video with your audience as well. It's not any private, personal video, but it rather is just a couple observations I wanted to make. First of all, we'll talk about what you were talking about the economy and tiger in the tail, saying that the Federal Reserve is aware of the situation and the reason why they're not raising interest rates. I commented on your video and I never heard back from you. So I don't know if you got the video comments or not, or if they are private, or if they ended up going into your spam trap, even though I didn't give any links or anything. But I do agree that as we learned from the 1970s at the time Jimmy Carter, we have to do something differently. You compare Jimmy Carter versus Joe Biden. Jimmy Carter was not a bad president overall. He may have been a little bit out of touch, maybe a little bit too book smart, but really he had an idea what he needed to do. How making it happen, however, was a lot more complicated than he expected. However, Joe Biden is, let's be honest, he's a dummy. Lately, he has been under manipulation of handlers who are telling him what to say, what to do, what to think. Okay? Not at all a positive thing. And that's a serious issue because he's the president of one of the largest remaining superpowers in the world, and he is basically a dummy. Okay? So, of course, the democratically controlled Senate and the House are trying to pass legislation which doesn't help nobody. Okay, we know that they want to keep pushing the Green New Deal thing. I've covered this on my channel to no end, that there's more concerns in the environment than just carbon dioxide, and that they need to focus on, if you're going to do any kind of climate Green New Deal bill, it also includes improving on recycling programs, working on improvement of the cleaning up the environment itself. Okay, so it's essential that we do that. Okay, so yes, we are going to have to raise interest rates to curb the spending. Yes, if you do too fast, you're going to be slamming on the emergencies, and you're going to be smelling the smell of brake shoes as the economy comes to a screeching halt. Absolutely true also there too. But if we don't do nothing, inflation is just going to continue to get out of control. The people on fixed income are not able to prepare for it now. Okay, that's a fact that is not a minor deal to anybody. Next topic I want to talk to you is about was when you were doing your stream in that small California town. I tried to reach out to you on your show. You had 182 something people on the show. I tried to reach out to you, and I absolutely could not get through to you, even just to say hello. Now, I don't know, it was at a night in Coattail, California, a Wednesday night show. I don't have the kind of viewership you have. I'm a small channel. Okay? 182 plus people. I couldn't even speak. I tried to say hello. I don't know if anyone saw me. I don't know if I'm blocked or if I'm shadow banned or something, but for some reason I couldn't even say hello. Okay. I would love to have you on my show. I would like to have you come to my show and visit my show, because my my channel is small and it's, it's not quite formal. You can do Google Meets with me, or we can do, a collaborative show, a collab, which would be good. A collaborative show, which means that I could do a show topic and then you could respond to it by, you on the same topic on your channel, and then they can come back to my channel for the response or whatever, something like that, where people can see how two different people view the same topic. I mean, might find out since we both agree to the same view. You know. I'm a Virgo, so yeah, I'm pretty used to studying hard stuff. But the reason I'm using this angle instead of the normal green screen angle I usually use is because I've done videos on my desk before. Let's just put it this way. It's not the most awesomely proper desk setup in the world. I could do a whole video on it again. I wanted to do another one using my phone, and maybe I will do another video using my phone. But the first thing I wanted to get back to is I'm wondering if somebody is blocking me on your channel. I don't know if you can trick that out, if you can prevent me from being blocked. How you would do it, I don't know. I would still want you to come on my show. You will not be blocked on my channel. I really am trying not to block people without justification. You got a lot of mods, some of them which know me, some of them know that it's the real me, and those people may not necessarily like me very much. And so it makes it really hard for me to reach out to people. Now, like Craig Sr., for example, is on my channel and your channel. He keeps telling me to get on your channel, say hi in your chat, and see if I can get some networking going on, which is a great idea. But if no one's seeing my chat comments, then what am I doing? Even in your videos, comments, I try to comment and no one sees me. It's almost like it's the same is true also when I'm on panel with Multimedia Jay. It's the same deal. I know Jay sees me, but he doesn't respond to me. I'm not a troll. I don't troll people. That's one thing I want to make sure you understand. My channel is meant to be a channel to provide information and news, but it's not a troll channel. This is not a drama channel. I would love to do things like you're doing with walking around cities and stuff and exploring, but I don't have a car, so because I can't drive, because on my eyesight I'm registered blind, so I can't drive. But if you can find out if someone's blocking me, let me know, okay? I'm going to put this up on my channel so people on my channel can see this after I confirm that you get this copy. I'm going to send it to you first. I want to let you present this to your audience. If you feel it's something that should be audience specific, that's fine. I certainly hope that you'll read my email explaining why I'm sending this to you. Because I want to be able to let you know that I did appreciate your videos on the copyright thing. I did appreciate that you took time to explain the copyright system on YouTube as well. But I do have a question for you, which has to do with donation alert or dono alert or whatever you call it. I don't know if donation alert is dono alert or dono alert is another product. So let's just assume it's the same product. I went through, I set up most of it. Most of the general command information was in Russian. I do have the English translation on, but unfortunately, there's a couple things that still have left me hanging. Number one is, when you set up the donation alert, how do you, for example, if you were a viewer, how would you play a donation? I mean, how do you play a song? We have something called Rhythm Bot on my Discord that you would type in something like /play space name of song or video, whatever, and it would just go find it and play the audio of it. And that usually works pretty well. So I don't know if this Dono Alert does the same thing or if it does something differently. Because after all, you're going to be playing it, and then obviously it's going to come back. It's going to ask you in privacy and say, okay, what's your credit card number, what's your MasterCard, what's your Visa, whatever way you're paying for the donation. So I'm going to assume that it's going to go through on the YouTube payment system to get the information on how to pay for the songs, and then sends it into your PayPal account. But I mean, when I looked at the general help information I had, it was in Russian. It wasn't going to help me unless I use Google Translate to translate it into English, and that's fine. I can do that. But it's just an additional step that I have to figure out. Also, there was one, was not on Don't Alert. Ed played some music in the background. He ended up playing a little bit of the music by the Village People, and it was blocked. The replay was blocked worldwide until I took out that using the editing tool that you mentioned. But when you take out the editing tool and you edit the video at all, you lose all the live chat replay. It's gone. There ain't no chat replay. People that are registered blind or they may need that replay. So I will mirror it sometimes on the screen. So that's one way that we can keep the comments there, is that you can just watch the replay. The problem is that the Streamlabs replay is processed before my mods can either block or remove comments that we would find as offensive. So we may actually delete the comments in they're offensive, and then of course they still already showed up on the replay that's on the screen. So it's almost like, well, why bother even delete comments that are offensive? They're going to be right there on the screen anyway. So I think that would be nice if Streamlabs had some way of actually knowing ahead of time if the comment was offensive, and then not just show it outright without us approving it, whatever. But that's not their fault, okay? It's not your fault either. So the main question for you is, with Dono Alert, is how do you select to play a certain song? And second of all is, how do you select the sources of music that you want to go through? Now, we know that YouTube has its own personal library of music pieces that is available for content creators. Is there any way you can have it use that library instead of just going out there and just go willy-nilly searching for mainstream music? Because I know that Nightbot has something similar, but I don't know if I can say to Dono Alerts, just use the music in this playlist, don't use any other music. Because it's maybe music that I have vetted, that I know that doesn't get blocked globally. So right now, that's the reason why I don't know if Dono Alerts is going to work for me, because that reason is it seems that the Russian developers don't really have much control over how the music is selected or gone through. So I don't know if we're going to use donation alerts or not here. We might, we may not. I don't know. Okay. Also, another thing I have told us to YouTube is we got to have the option to go back to website, go to web page or whatever. When you go to channel, when you're doing a live stream, and a new person shows up and they're claiming to somebody else, is we need to be able to click on that name and then check out to see if they're really the other person before we start, deciding if we're going to wipe them out or if we're going to keep them or demand to change your handle, whatever. I mean, that's a tool that the go-to channel tool was one. I've told YouTube this in feedback. It should never have been removed. It makes no sense to remove a tool that is going to help us to do troll control. Also, the thing is too is that I do love the fact that they give us the ability to say our streams can be for subscribers, or members only. Subscribers, we can set anywhere from 1 minute to 100 years. If you really want to go 100 years, I don't think I'm going to be around here in 100 years, but whatever. The point is that the tool is very good for its granularity, so I don't have a problem with it. But what I do have a problem with is the fact is that YouTube in the last years also has been messing around with the analytics system, which confuses me too. Removing of the go-to channel tool and removing the check marks for verified channels. When I say verified, I mean that you are a monetized channel, which means they have your bank account information, they have your address on file, your phone number on file, your driver's license on file, probably, right? So why can't you give us a check mark? Okay, see, you want to give the big guys special recognition for reaching 100,000 plus subs. That's fine, YouTube. But, okay, give them a gold star. I just want a check mark, okay? I just want the check mark. You don't have to give me the gold star. You don't have to give me a silver star. Just let me show the world that I have been vetted and verified that I'm the real deal. So that the next time someone says, is that really MicheleMarieDalene or is that a fake? I have like 4 fake MicheleMarieDalenes on this computer on my account. And I can't, if one of those 4 comes onto another channel and claims just me, without the go-to channel tool or the check mark system, there's no way that YouTube can verify that it really is me. Because you can't go to the channel and see who it is. You can't check the stats. It's not there anymore. Okay? Because there's no check mark, you don't know if I'm verifying or not. Okay, so let's say I have a new channel. Well, let's say I'm a channel that's like 900 subs. Okay, it's less than 1,000. So, okay, but I don't think it should even go by number 1,000. I think that the whole system is stupid. But rather, any channel that has been monetized, I used to have a check mark. And it wasn't because it was monetized. It was because that YouTube confirmed my identity. And there used to be a check mark for that reason. So that it was saying, this person is verified. We have information. We can prove that this MicheleMarieDalene. Because now people can come into YouTube even before going through the proper vetting and start commenting on people's videos. And that's how all the trolls create their accounts. This is why we need troll control. To make sure that the real people are getting recognized for who they are. Like when I was trying to reach you, one of your mods apparently were blocking me. I don't know who it is. I have no clue. But maybe you should ask your mods that I'm going to block MicheleMarieDalene. So why? Why are you blocking MicheleMarieDalene? I'm curious. As far as my channel goes, 1,111 of my members, so many of them did come from your channel. I did see a few come in, check it out. Some stayed, some left. I don't know. I think that they find my channel as a little bit unusual, out in the fringe kind of thing. Content doesn't seem to have. I have people constantly whining about my video description or titles and descriptions. especially titles. And I mean, when you do, and I think you can relate to this. I mean, I watched some of your shows, like the Kitchen Ranch show, Kitchen Show, whatever. You use a pretty generic title for some of this stuff too, and so you know what I'm talking about. When you had a 4 or 5 hour show in your case, okay, I can't give you. You can't easily come up with a title that's going to cover the whole street, right? It's not feasible because you're going to be like, you might be talking about cooking quesadillas in the first 45 minutes, and then, maybe after that, you'll be talking about cooking tortillas. Maybe after that, you might be talking about cooking a porterhouse steak. Or you might be talking about, Joe Biden's stupidity and senility, whatever, for another 2 hours. So, yeah, you don't really know. So I'm wondering if it would make sense to use the chapters tool to do that, so that the chapters tool will allow us to again set it up so that we can follow the whole thing, and people can go. And then we said they would have to read the description of the channel. Well, that's fine. Obviously, I would be putting the table contents on the top. What would be nice is, it's not too unyielding now, but it would be nice if there's a way I could actually say, this is what I'm going to ask you. If you can ask your case management team this question, is one, could they please consider returning to the, as I said, go to channel tool. 2, allow the return of check marks for channels that have been verified, even if they're smaller. Most monetized channels are going to be at least verified, because obviously they have all the information, and I think it would be great if they do, right? And like I said, if they really want to give credit to the big guys, you can give them a gold check mark, golden star, whatever, but make sure so that they can get the recognition for having 100,000 plus subs. I mean, what does Mr. Beast get? Does he get a golden star? I don't know. I mean, he deserves a platinum star. Maybe he deserves a black star, because a black star probably won't work against the dark background. So maybe they might give him something different. Maybe they might give him a golden heart or something. Because he obviously is something that YouTube really does love, because he brings them a lot of money and a lot of views. Okay? And that's a fact right there. Like I said, I don't edit these videos down that much if I do it all, because I like to let people know how I think, the way I think on the fly, like I do. Also, as you know, I take phone calls sometimes on my show. I'll get to that, guys. I know some of you guys wished we could talk about that, so let's talk about this briefly. The problem I have with phone callers is majority of them are not very nice. There's a lot of people on my show. I'm not going to say everybody, because that would be wrong, because I would say that's not even accurate. But there's a lot of people on the show that have decided to use the phone as a club. They will come on the show, say nasty garbage on my show through the phone, play music, put me down, tear up my audience, tear up my guests on the phone. And it's really, really to the point where, with my hearing loss and with my eyesight and my disabilities, that it has made me feel like I'm not being really welcomed or treated well by these people. And that makes me feel really bad, because as a content creator, I'm like, well, gee, I want to reach out to my audience, but how do I reach out to them but keep the rude ones at bay? Because, again, if we already having trouble now with troll control, with the comments and chat section, troll control for the telephone is even less, because there's no way to verify who's calling. Many times, the phone numbers that show up is no phone number at all. So it makes it hard for me as a content creator too. Well, I think there's a lot of things that YouTube needs to fix. But I think there's a lot more things that this government needs to fix. So let's talk about that real quick. I already mentioned about the interest rates. But let's talk about the administration. Joe Biden's administration in the White House and the Senate and the Congress is a disaster. He does not have the ability to think on his feet. He depends on index cards to read questions. He doesn't ask questions from the public. He doesn't is out of touch with what the American people need. Bernie Sanders is more aware of what American people need, but unfortunately, even he is out of touch with what the American people need. The sad truth is, in either situation, the administration is not doing enough to solve the problems of this country. The vaccine mandates, people are leaving their jobs in droves rather than complying with something that just doesn't work. The vaccines are not working. Who's going to take a shot for something that doesn't work? People that are fully vaccinated are getting COVID. Okay? That's not something I'm making up. That's not fake news. Look at Israel, look at Singapore. That's exactly where we're seeing it. Huge numbers of amounts of the country being vaccinated and are getting COVID even worse than before. Here in Connecticut, the COVID situation for a while has been pretty good. We haven't had very much positivity rates. I think yesterday was the highest we had, about 3-point-something%. I don't know exactly how much, but at least 3%. Okay? Usually it's been about 2% positivity rate. Of course, I'm on the East Coast, here in the West Coast. I don't know what California's rate is, but maybe you can tell me in a video. You want to send a video to me? That's fine. We can do a video like this. Video, email. Yeah. Why not? And I do want to share it to the public too, because there's nothing really confidential. There's nothing really confidential. I'm just being honest with you with what I see is going on in the world right now. But we'll be waiting for your response either by text, email, maybe be on my show, whatever the case is. And so, for now, do me a favor, get back to me when you get a chance. Okay? Thank you. Bye-bye.